Hey!
Hey there, it's been so long. I'm sure you're probably thinking I don't even exist anymore.
How are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. The kids are all in bed, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. So, I have a couple of questions. The first question is, what is your job title exactly?
So again, what is my job?
Yeah, what is your job that you do on a daily basis?
Medical and regulatory coordinator. So for a breast cancer project, up in Duke, surgery department.
Okay, that sounds like a really interesting job. What were some, like, is that a career that you always knew that you wanted to pursue, or what kind of led up to you pursuing that career?
Oh, okay. So when I was in, I guess, middle school, I just really liked science. And that I wanted to teach. So I initially had gone off to teaching college for a year, but then I discovered, well, I'm not really too sure I only want to teach. So then I went off and did actually a pure science degree, biochemistry. And then when I finished that, unfortunately, there was like a lot of unemployment. So I just stayed in college and ended up doing more lab work and genetics. And so, yeah, I guess I just fell into it more than planned it.
Okay, what kind of struggles did you have? So was it kind of like the struggles of not being able to find work, or like what are some other struggles that you endured while pursuing that career?
I guess you have a bad signal.
Yeah, I can see. Can maybe move over towards closer to my router, I guess.
I can move over too because I probably should try and as well. It's funny because I know walking around the college sometimes I'm speaking to my sister in England and we always freeze and it's always like
Yeah. We have that, like, it's strange because our router's not even that far away from where I'm at right now. But it's always.
you know. Well, mine, I think if you have to get my egg, mine's at 2. And Reggie, this is pretty close to the router, right? Yeah, so I didn't make any difference whether I'm over there or here. So whatever.
Yeah, I think I got closer to it. So I'm sorry, what were some of the struggles that you endured while pursuing that career that you're in?
But one thing I found very hard, and I still find it very hard with research, is that you're not guaranteed for everything to work. You know, even like every day, I mean, you might work really hard to find the ideal sample, and you pay like $300 to get it all cut, and because it's science and it's human, like the actual tissue part I want, that part goes away.
Mm.
And it's, like you've done all the right work and you've done all the right planning and you still fail, you
Mm.
know?
That sounds really frustrating. I know that, and that's something it's hard, I know. So,
To be honest, really and truly, even like in grad school, it's sort of getting over the failures.
mm-hmm,
Like if you go to grad school and everything works, that's not reality,
mm-hmm,
But, even like now, since we're doing more clinical research, and regardless of what the results are, it's not like it's life or death.
mm-hmm,
But, if I was trying to, get a grant and I needed for this result to be positive, and, it's just, a lot of people, like remember when I was in grad school, we heard about this student up at Harvard that, did this terrible thing to himself. And I was like, what's wrong with him? And my friend was like, are you kidding me? Just think about how you felt when you were in grad school. Like, this is your life,
mm-hmm.
Like, you take it very serious. like is the most important thing at that particular
Mhm.
time. So research, it is tough, you know.
Mhm. So what kind of advice would you have for me, someone who hasn't really found what they want to do after, like, during college and after college?
So one girl that I thought was very clever, she did a lot of different summer internships and volunteered a lot. And then she discovered after doing all this volunteer research that she actually went back and went to med school. Or, you know, some people decide to become nurses where you're guaranteed, you know, a certain job and it's
Mhm.
not this, you know, research. But a lot of people explore different options too.
Mhm.
Like you can get your undergrad science degree. Is yours pure science or what is yours?
I haven't necessarily decided on a career yet. The major, I'm really good in math, so I'm leaning towards math right now. But I am really considering a science degree. So it's just I'm still up in the air of exactly where
Well, I
I'm
mean,
going.
math is good. You know, people go into actuary and accounting and that type of thing too. You can probably do maybe a joint. My husband did a joint chemistry and meteorology. You can do some of a joint degree. But yeah, I mean, this one girl, she's currently our sitter. She's in high school, and she said to me, "Oh, well, I'm not just going to only do a science degree. I'm probably going to do it with public health
Mhm.
because I don't want to be a science teacher. Because people really think if you do science, you'll just be a science teacher,
Mhm.
which is not necessarily true. But the jobs you'll get, which is a basic science without a graduate study, will be pretty routine.
Mhm.
You know, like you'll be doing the same thing, like the same measuring, you know, which they need people to do. But I think people tend to do that for a couple of years. And I know people up and do who did an undergrad degree, got a job in a lab for a couple of years, and then went back and took their prerequisites through term tech, and they're actually going to start graduate school. One of them is going to be what is it? It's an assistant anesthesiologist type thing,
Mhm.
where it's not a nurse, but it's actually an anesthesiologist assistant. But I actually did speak to a nurse recently, and you know, if you do nursing, you can actually go off and specialize in anesthesiology or specialize in different things. So I think nursing is a good, but obviously you can do it as a graduate
Mhm.
degree. You know, do your science degree, then you can go back, work for a couple of years or whatever, and then go back and you can do nursing for as a graduate degree, like in 18 months or something like that.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was so, like, what you had given me is so helpful. Thank you so much.
And then the other thing that's really helpful these days is a lot of people, after getting their basic science degree, are doing all this volunteering while they're in their degree,
Mhm.
and then they're able to go straight into their physician assistant postgraduate
Oh,
study.
that makes a lot of sense to do.
So you actually really need to be volunteering right now, like in
Mhm.
old persons' homes,
Mhm.
and in the summer doing, you know, working in. Are you interested in the medical at all?
Not particularly, but I still have my eyes open to that. I haven't completely said that I'm not going to do
You're
it.
not, you don't like blood and
I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm never going to say never, kind of thing.
right, yeah. Well, this is what I would suggest. All the people in their graduate degree, what they're doing is they're calling up their local doctor or their local physical therapist. And this girl, our sitter, spent last summer where she shadowed a physical therapist for like 100 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
So probably this summer you'd want to go ahead and set that up, or maybe during the year where you actually, you know, whatever you're thinking about doing, whether it's speech therapy, occupational therapy, any of those, just go ahead and put all those down as contact hours, and then that would help you with the next step.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you so much for your help. You have a great night.
Great. Yeah, and if you have any other questions, you can just shoot me a text and I can follow back up.
Okay, thank you so much for your help.
So is everything okay with you guys now with the flood?
Yeah, it was crazy. We didn't have much damage at our house, but we were out of school for a whole week. The other week,
Yeah, I heard that.
and
A week ago, yeah.
yeah, it was some roads just started open up. I think it was on 64 going towards Raleigh in that area. From us, it was 64 was completely flooded over.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you go.
Okay, you have a great evening.
Okay.
Bye-bye.